Hey guys, it's me, Lolo. I'm here with Jovon Dangerfield, our first artist of the month.
Yo.
He was July's artist of the month, and I just want to catch up with you and what I want to know what's going on next for you. So I know you have an album coming out soon. What is that called?
That's the Kingdom Activist Woke album. Is coming out January 12th.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna be hot.
excited.
It's
I've
gonna be
heard a
hot.
few songs. I know you're working with Jerome Willer, aka Modern Day Rome,
Modern day. Shout
and
out.
you guys were on Danny's media show recently.
Correct. Yeah.
Is that you guys? Is that the single?
Yeah, I don't have any singles. I decided not to take a traditional route
Okay.
because I'm not really a traditional person. So I really don't want to take that. I think some of those old models are a little archaic. So it's like a little old to
Yeah.
say, you're pushing this single or that single. I don't really make songs to make singles. I kind of make albums. So whatever one people gravitate to and they want to give it some buzz, I'll make a video to it and give it some more push.
So would you say this Woke album is kind of like story like? We watched your video Facade that's going to be coming out soon.
Yeah, you got the sneak peek.
Yeah, I got an
Thursday.
exclusive.
Yeah.
And is it kind of like story like, or what's the premise of Woke? What do you want to portray on Woke?
I just took a whole bunch of different concepts from what it meant to be woke to me. I think a lot of people have a definition of what woke is. Some of it is race-based. Some of it is gender-based. Some of it is this, that, and the other. With so many things going on around.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to bring it back to my base to where the people that follow me know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about God. So many people say that God is the most important thing in their life. A lot of people say that. I mean, I know a lot of people that say, what's the most important thing to you? They say, God. And it's like, for me, I say God is the most important thing in my life, and I want my music to represent my values.
Right.
So instead of saying God is and then making a song about everything else, I'd rather make songs about things that revolve around my core belief because I have a mission with the music. So I want to express myself, but more importantly, I want to express truth. So when I did that, I kind of made a whole bunch of songs that kind of have concepts about being awoke, being live, coming back from trials, tribulations, heartache, stuff like that.
So that's what you want to portray. Those are the people that you're looking for, people who are going through things and they can listen to your album and get that, like they can get some inspiration. Or is it more your story?
I think it's a little bit of both, and I like to do that. I don't like to try to pigeonhole too much because with my worldview and everything, I'm already kind of in one zone or a lane. So I want to at least make that lane as wide for as many people as possible. So I want people that like good music, soulful music,
Yeah.
something different, something not everybody can do.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So I know you just recently told me you went on tour and you've been reaching out to a lot of people. So where have you been? Like, what was the name of that tour? How was that?
Oh, man, the tour, we went on the California Activist Tour, and that was from pretty much like August to October, November. We went to Seattle, Portland, Phoenix, Denver, Atlanta, Chicago, I know I went some more. Oh, Vegas.
Oh, you were all over.
Yeah. I was like literally flying out of LA every week. Like
Yeah.
I was coming home and leaving, coming home, leaving, coming home, leaving. So it was crazy. It was a great tour, man.
How do you feel like you were received outside of Bakersfield versus Bakersfield? We're going to get into that because
Wow.
the local
That's a
music
great
scene
question.
is definitely different.
Wow.
Because Bakersfield sometimes has that reputation of, you're local, we automatically think you're whack.
Wow.
But how were you received outside of Bakersfield?
That's a good question. You all right now. Outside of Bakersfield, I was treated like a celebrity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, let me not say that because in Bakersfield, people show me love.
Yeah.
I can't even say they don't. I've never had anybody come up to me and been like, you're a local artist or
Yeah.
anything like that. I've never, not to say there's anything wrong with, living here, but I don't know. I've always been shown love for the music I make. I think I make music from the heart. I think my thing is that you either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys that's going to get on Facebook and post, you need to like it or
Yeah.
I'm mad about it. I think when you do have like followers and supporters, you really don't have to do that type of thing. You don't have to beg anybody to rock with you. You just make music and people gravitate to it. I started out with like me, my girl, my kids listening to my music. So to go from that to the thousands of people streaming all over the world when my numbers come in, that shows me that something's going good. But outside, you do experience more of a cultured environment, which would mean people are more gravitating towards musical sounds.
So do you think that you are contributing to bringing that culture to
I
Bakersfield?
definitely would like to think I'm a forerunner of bringing actual music.
Yeah, how are you doing that next then? Because I saw the video, like I said, the video is amazing and I love the
Thank you.
concept.
Thank you.
And do you have any shows coming up that someone can see?
I do. I have man, I'm pretty much out like every weekend, but My next show is going to be the Kingdom Activist Woke show. It's going to be basically a theme show to be Jerome Wheeler's going to be there. I got Docs of Music there. I got Charles Spotwood, Kim Cole, and me headlining. And it's going to be a show where we're going to be interweaving some of that musical stuff, some of the Life Song, Woke album concepts, and that's going to be there. Then after that, I'll be doing stuff here and there.
Yeah.
Here, but most likely to get back out on the road again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to be on the road. I think, when I get into the Bakersfield local artist thing, it's just that sometimes, especially since this station, we're so big on local artists, and sometimes we get some pushback from other local artists saying, they weren't who should be on the forefront. They shouldn't be there.
Right.
So what do you say to those people when we're like, we're highlighting you again? Because we think you're dope. So what do you say to those people?
Man, I don't even know what to say. That's sad, man. It makes me sad. Is there a camera? Hold on. That's my sad face, because I would never say no weak hater type weirdo stuff like that. That's the most weirdest stuff I ever heard. I never comment on nobody else. If I don't like somebody, I just don't listen. I would never be like, what about such and such? Yo, weirdo. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
That's when you know you don't really got nobody. That's when you put out an album and you sold 3.
Yeah.
Because you would never take the time. I'm too busy to take time to speak on this next person. That's foul. Let him make, because there's somebody for everybody. People hate on Lil Yachty and people hate on Migos and people why? They have fans. Yeah. They're making a genre of music.
Speaking of that genre of music, how do you feel about that? I know you have a soulful, story-like flow to you. So how do you feel about that kind of music? Because eventually, when you do become mainstream, do you feel like you're going to have to gravitate towards that, or are you going to stay in your lane?
No, I think this is the wonderful thing about hip-hop music right now. So, and I don't want to take forever to do this, but hip-hop does like jazz did in the 60s, 70s, right? So jazz comes in as this mainstream type of music, and then jazz kind of fizzles out. Well, hip-hop, when it ran its course, so to speak, like jazz, it didn't really fizzle out. What it did is it kind of split genres.
Yeah.
So hip-hop does this thing that's really cool where you have multiple genres inside hip-hop now, which is super dope.
Exactly.
So you have your Yachty, Migos, 21 Savage, you have your J. Cole, you have your Kendrick, you have your Lupe, you have your underground guys, you have your you have all of that. Nothing really dominates hip-hop other than the perception.
Yeah.
I look at J. Cole's numbers. He went 400,000 on For Your Eyes Only in the first week.
Yeah.
I looked at Lil Yachty. He went 25,000 on Teenage Emotions.
Yeah.
So numbers don't lie. People are rocking with Cole. But mainstream perception would be that this is hot right now.
Yeah.
So there's room for them both. Yachty can do his thing. Cole can do his thing. Kendrick can do his thing. So when it pertains to me, I'm just being Jovon Dangerfield because I don't know nothing else to be. So when times for my music to come out and all that, I'm not gonna think, what do they want me to do? Because once you start thinking like that, you start messing up. Because when it comes out, you don't sound authentic. You don't sound like you, and people are like, who's he trying to be?
Yeah.
So I'm always gonna be me. I always gonna gravitate towards real music because I'm a musician. I play the drums. I play the piano.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I orchestrate. I can produce. I play at 3 or 4 churches here in town. So I'm a musician. And when I rap, I think in the mindset of a musician. So I'll always put out that type of stuff.
So I know you said you work with a lot of people in town. So who do you work with locally? You mentioned some who are going to be at your show. Who is going to be on the Woke album? I want to know about that.
Oh, man. Jade Woodrow from Peoples is going to be there. Charlene Neal, formerly Charlene Moore with Israel and New Breed, one of the best singers, if not the best, her and modern.
Yeah.
Jerome Wheeler, Dre Jackson, Nashawn Duffy contributes, myself, of course. I have more. I have Camry Williams from The Choice.
We just had her in studio the other day, and did you hear The Silent Night? She's amazing.
She beasted. Camry's dope. She's on the album. She did the How Long song with me. And I think that's it. If I left anybody out, don't kill me. I'll remember. But so a lot of singers.
Yeah.
See, it's crazy when you can get a singer like Charlene or Jerome to get on with you. It means that they know you're not going to make a fool of them.
Yeah.
Because they're Jerome, and if anybody really knows him when it comes to music and stuff like that, he's
that's top talent in Bakersfield.
Yeah, and he's a real stickler for his stuff. So I just honor and appreciate the fact that they were even willing to rock with me, man.
Yeah. So the New Year's coming up, and your album comes out the top of January. So what are your New Year's resolutions? I have to ask.
Wow.
Everyone wants to know.
I'm gonna get skinny. You know, I just need this beach bod.
You gonna get in the gym?
Yeah, I'm trying to get hot. No, I'm playing.
Busy in there.
I don't have. Actually, my only New Year's resolution, real talk, is to learn more about business. Mm-hmm. My ideal of what I want to do regarding business. I want to be in a position. For the last 4 years, we've been doing this. I've always been in a position where I needed somebody else to put me on.
Right.
In other words, like I needed out-of-town people to fund my shows. Mm-hmm. I needed out-of-town people to do everything. Now, this summer, we didn't need that, and that felt good. Yeah. That meant when you don't need people to do things for you, that provides creative freedom. Right. Similar to you, journalistic freedom, when people aren't trying to hinder your vibe or whatever. So to have business locked in, learn how to invest and return, diversify, double up. Learn how to draw, not just social media, but even just business contacts and connect and network in a way that produces income. So that way I can do what I do and continue to make it free for people. We visit prisons. I'm going down to Houston next year. I'm going to London. I'm going to Uganda.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're going to places where some people are poor. Yeah. And I don't want to come in and be like, all right, Jovon Dangerfield, 5 G's. To somebody that's like eating flies, or like, that's like all joking, joking, but that's grimy. Like, I want to be able to come and say, look, this was already funded. Enjoy it. We're going to run this whole show.
There's so many artists doing that. I think when you say independently and business-wise, I immediately think Chance the Rapper.
That's it.
He did everything on his own. There's no backing, but then, he's a top artist. Everyone wants to work with him.
He's amazing.
And even just giving back and stuff. So I see that drive in you.
Yeah.
And I definitely,
I like a guy like Kendrick. I like a guy like J. Cole who didn't even have a single.
Yeah.
It just shows that there's so many different ways. Like some people are trying to say, oh, radio's obsolete. Radio's not obsolete. Mm-hmm. Radio is very much a part of it. It's just that it's not the only thing now.
Yeah.
And that's good for all of us. Some people try to say, oh, it's not all about the internet. It's not, but you need that. Yeah. You need radio. You need internet. You need everything you can get. I don't call anything obsolete. People are just having trouble adapting to the ever-changing landscape.
Yeah.
And I think they need to really catch up and say, there's all these mediums. You don't have to be... Artists get like tunnel vision sometimes. Like artists that never been on the radio. Their whole goal is to be on the radio, but your whole goal needs to be to make good music. I didn't find Danny or you guys or any other stations, through trying to actively beg them. Yeah. We were just out there putting in work and somebody noticed.
So you believe all content is king?
I do. Now all money ain't good money. There's some bad publicity, so to speak, depending on who you're rocking with. But I align based on values. I think when you have a good value system, and you don't have to be perfect, because that's the stereotype of some Christian folk. You got to be perfect. No, but you do need to be a good person. I need to look in your eyes and know that you're not trying to kill me. I need to know that you're not trying to steal. Right. I need to know you're not trying to rob, and you're not trying to demean. And if we can do that, then I'll rock with you, So it's all about love, man. It ain't about nothing else. And good music. And flows. Gotta have flows. Can I say this?
Yeah, go for it.
If you're a rapper, you must know how to rap. I know that
tell him.
That needs to be said, but you must. Now, whether people like it or not is one thing, but if it's like everybody knows you can't rap, stop. Because you're hurting it. You're hurting us. You're hurting the rest. So now I meet somebody else and they're like, oh God, you're rapping. It shouldn't be that. It should be, this is a poet. Yeah. And poets have ran the world since the beginning of it.
Oh, that's real.
So it's always been about the spoken word. So we need to keep it alive. Hip hop is modern day poetry to beats and, snares and stuff. So that's what we're doing.
I hate to end this.
No, it's good.
But that was a great way to end this. That is it for me, guys. But please tell them where they can get the Woke album.
Yeah.
And again, remind them what day it's out.
All right, yeah. Okay, so check out the Woke album January 12th. All outlets, Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, my personal store at www.kingdomactivist.com. You can also cop it with me on one of my shows. I'll be selling OG CDs for those that are still rocking that way. We're doing flash drive. Shout out to you, Bob, giving us that. We're gonna be doing every way, so there's no way you can miss the album. You'll catch it if you want to catch it. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and you can check out the videos on our YouTube channel, or you can also check them out when we drop them on Facebook.
That is it for us, guys. I am Lolo for the new 103.9 The Beat.
Yeah.
And that's it.